dump truck for $300. Larry Pinkston seconded by President Ward. Motion carried. The dump truck was advertised for bids and none were received. The dump truck was determined to be valued under $1,000. Council members Mason, Cagle, and President Ward voted yes. President Ward made a motion to amend the salary ordinance and pay 28% of the town marshal's salary from the water utility. Second by Councilmember Mason. Motion carried. Council members Cagle, Mason, President Ward voted yes. President Ward made a motion to allow Councilmember Mason to review and initial and approve the monthly bank statements. Second by Councilmember Cagle. Motion carried. Council members Cagle, Mason, and President Ward voted yes. President Ward made a motion to amend the employee policy manual to include nepotism and tobacco use sections. Seconded by Councilmember Cagle. Motion carried. Council members Cagle, Mason, and President Ward voted yes. President Ward made a motion to adopt a proposed additional appropriation resolution which will become a permanent part of the minutes. Seconded by Councilmember Cagle. Motion carried. Council members Cagle, Mason, and President Ward voted yes. President Ward made a motion to accept a quote of $268.43 from JJ's Carpet Cleaning to clean the water office carpets. Seconded by Councilmember Mason. Motion carried. Council members Cagle, Mason, and President Ward voted yes. President Ward made a motion to end the meeting at 7:45 p.m. Seconded by Councilmember Cagle. Motion carried.
Any additions or corrections to minutes? Minutes stand as read.
I want to thank everybody for helping us with Community Day, and I don't know what the bill was exactly.
And I've got a bill.
He didn't bring it to you?
He just brought a sign-off sheet or like a, what do you want to call it,
Did they need to
packing list kind of like thing. But I never got an actual bill.
Okay, well, they're supposed to be $370 apiece.
Okay.
And the community club pays half on one, the park board pays half on one, and the town pays one. Now, Jim Ward gave permission to use the town's dumpster. I don't know how that's getting paid.
Not his problem.
I had no use, I had no other choice.
Right.
He's paying for it out of his pocket.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, whatever. Just want to make sure that everybody knows that the community club and the park board is paying for one of them.
Right, I understand.
And we discussed down there Saturday, we must have had 18,000 couches. I mean, one place had like 7 couches. 6, sorry. Missed it by 1.
It was 60 minutes.
And we discussed maybe next year to put in where if you cannot get it in a trash bag out in front of your house, we're not picking it up. Because we just got too many big stuff that fills in dumpsters sky high. So that's going to be, I guess, up to the down board to cuss and discuss that.
Good. Next year's a long time off, we'll wait till then, next moves, I guess.
Okay, whatever.
He'll forget all about it by then.
No, he won't, because I'll remind
I
you.
bet I won't, not after what I went through down there.
Yeah, it was a mess.
It's,
Oh, you was on the backhoe.
Yeah, but it's,
well, no, you don't know what I'm talking about, you wasn't there.
Al knows too.
I'm not gonna take the cussing like that again. Man, I think, as far as I'm concerned, he's barred for next year, Jim saw.
Okay.
For what he called me, hey buddy, I didn't pick him out.
So let's, you know.
Well, I wanted to wait until, because they had the most. But I wanted to wait until we got both trucks there, and I got a year.
Not all the big stuff like the couches. And that soft custom mark out of them.
Yeah, I got pretty bad cussing over it.
Tommy doesn't get on down.
Well, I told him, but
He came back,
Yeah. Well, I called there, we had someone tense as a
You didn't call the right
he was on
guy.
vacation.
We got Dev Reserve
We've got
deputies.
others. I'm
That's,
sure
that,
Sean-
that would be my,
Sean was right there close.
that would be my suggestion for next year, that you have a police officer around there during the whole time
I'd
it's
say
going on.
Sean.
He
Sean
was
was.
around, but he had
Well, yeah,
another obligation too.
Right, but that kind of
I mean, I know,
baloney would
I kept my
cease
cool, I told him
and
to leave.
quit, especially from,
That was a little tough for me to
And
do.
then we had one that had a trailer full of stuff, and we refused him, and he spread trash all through town. Off that-
Yeah,
Well, he wasn't arrested.
No. And he
That was printed in the paper.
was mad because he was
And that
refused.
trailer's still in town.
Is it still behind,
over here?
yeah,
Yeah, in the alley over there.
still behind Chris's?
it's got a flat tire on it,
Yep.
They brought it up there that way.
Yeah.
but, well, y'all know it, that's, yeah.
Take care of that, would you, Doug?
You know what I might do also, might give it some thought, might be too much. If these people don't have a regular trash pickup, I don't think
Well-
they should leave their trash all year.
I was kinda
Garbage.
thinking a lot of this stuff is mostly for like yard cleanup. You know, I mean, if you got stuff laying around your yard and stuff like that, you can get it all off the creek, not all, everything out of your house, you know.
No, did you?
I mean, I don't know what
Toilet
it's supposed to be, because I ain't been there for a good while, so I don't know.
That one load had
But then-
5
but
toilet
then-
stools on
But then I see a lot of yard.
it. And why would anybody have
Well, yeah,
5 toilet stools?
We just need
You
to
know,
find
that's
out
kind of
what.
ridiculous.
Probably because they didn't know where to get rid of it.
Well, I'm glad we had it.
They pay for it.
Down there though.
Well, I
Out
got
there,
rid of
there,
it.
cleans
I
up
didn't
lots.
put them all, I just have to
But
wait.
I called there and I told him, I said,
Right.
well, we had
They don't want
46.
to pay for it. You
So
know,
we'll take 2 trucks down there, we'll get Jim Saws and we'll get Jeff and
You go down
Shirley's.
my
Because
street.
they had 2 different houses to pick up. That way we can get all their stuff and be done with it, but Jim never gave me a chance. I got a horrible cussing. And name call him but I was nice, that was good.
yeah, you were good.
Candy didn't come out of me. But,
You can't play men, okay.
oh, well, yes I can too. You knew how it was.
Next year, we'll just get together and write a bunch of rules.
Well, that's, yeah, that's what we need to do, because that, everybody was really good about it. The 2 I had to turn away, they was nice about it, but they did scatter trash down State, or Maple Street, wasn't it?
Well, because the flatbed trailer.
Well, yeah.
What else you gonna do?
Yeah,
The stuff they had on there too.
they were loaded.
Yeah.
They were loaded, stuff was falling in when they was pulling in there, or falling off.
Okay, well, we'll go to another
Yeah,
subject. You got
Yeah.
I
anything?
talked to Sean Saturday too, about changing our sign.
Huh?
Our sign out here on the stage, we've got a new sign to put up. It's already ready to go. And Al and him talked about using the bucket to change that sign. I have the sign.
Okay, got the sign.
So all we need to do now is get the bucket and change it.
Okay, we might be able to work that in Wednesday. We're gonna work Water Lakes tomorrow.
Well, I won't be here Wednesday, but I will get somebody to bring it to you.
But Tuesday and Thursday, we're working Water Lakes.
how big sign is that?
I think it's about a 3 by 5 or something like that.
Thursday now, there's gonna be a street sweeper in here.
Yeah.
The streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I talked to her today, he said it.
Good.
If we can find somebody to ride the bucket, I'll raise them up there.
We're going Wednesday to get,
Get Jim to ride the bucket, I'll raise them up there.
Yeah, I gotta get them.
we're going
Well,
Wednesday. to
whatever.
get them.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, you know,
Darlene, do you have anything?
Will Chris ride you?
Doug?
but probably, well, young people get water leaks, I mean, you know.
Well, that's true.
My name is Chris Jekyll. I live right on 41. And I had a guy from the water department walking in my yard. So I walked out the front door and said, what's going on? Is everything all right? And he had one of those shut-off deals. And I had a leak of some sort. He says, we just got a spike. I'm here to turn off the water. I think you got something going wrong. I said, okay. I asked him, what do I do? He said, you're going to have somebody come in here and look at this. I said, who do you recommend? They said, Lummy. So I called Lummy 5 minutes, I mean, the guy wasn't even off my property, I had him on the phone, and he said I can be out there tomorrow morning, and so we left the water shut off. Lummy came out, we dug it up and found that there was a hole, a leak, pretty close. I live on 41, and so my meter is down a little bit of a hill, and it's right along the fence line there. So I had no pressure loss or anything like that. I had no idea that I had this thing going on, and it took Lummy about 4 hours to find this thing. I had to dig it up.
Sometimes you never know.
Yeah, and it wasn't, he thought it was right next to the meter. As a matter of fact, he thought the meter was fairly new, a year or two old, you know, and so he started at the meter, and then he started working back, and it was probably about 5 feet from the meter that this thing was. And so I didn't think anything of it until I got my bill. And I went to the water office here, and I've never experienced this, and I have no knowledge of the process of this. And she said, well, you know, I can't do any adjustments or anything. I said, well, what do I do? You know, and she said I needed to be here tonight and to to present this to you. And I said, do I need to bring anything? What can I do? She said, hang on. She printed off something that has my consumption usage for the since 2009. And then I went from 8,000 to 33,000, and then it went to 19,000. So there for a little bit. Apparently, I had it a little longer than I knew, and I assume that has to do with that it was so close to the highway, and I never saw any puddling or water. You know,
It was running off, yeah.
yeah, it was running downhill into the.
Yeah, some of them you can't find. I mean, you know.
The last 2 I thought I seen somebody down there working along that fence.
Yeah, it was Lummy thought it was right next to the meter, so it didn't we didn't worry about some calling up the dig place. He thought it was right there, and he said, well, if we have to go any distance away from it, we'll need to call to have them out to.
Holy moly, yeah.
Yeah, and so sure enough, I mean, he wasn't down to the meter, down right below the meter, and Ohio Valley Gas pops in, and they're driving by and goes, I don't see any flat, and he jumped on Lummy a little bit, and he goes, you don't know this, Lummy, but there's a 4-inch main that goes right through this guy's front line, and so we had people come out that afternoon, right then, and they had to have somebody on site the whole time to watch him as he was doing this.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we got one of the gas lines one time. That was the property owner's fault, not ours.
Yeah.
See, those are supposed to be located anyway before you ever dig.
Right. And we got it done, and they were okay with it, and the guys came out. But I didn't know if there could be any consideration of adjustment on that, or how if it's considered.
Just normal 3-month average. What, 2 months there?
Well, there's a 33.5 and a 19.1. Maybe just at 33 by some, but I mean, that's, but it was 5 feet away from your meter though?
I mean, it's just from
5 feet?
from where he's at to about right here.
Yeah, see, that's really on you.
Well, no, I'm not putting any fault. I just didn't realize that was going on.
Our normal thing has been, we set a precedent to deal with that. We adjust the water on 3-month average.
Yeah.
That's on the first week. Get another one this year.
Yeah, it's more.
Well, if you don't fix it right.
Yeah, I'll make a motion, we'll go 3 months average, and that's quarterly.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Yes, go to the water office.
And leave that with you then, or?
Let me write that down and take
Keep
it.
writing it down. and then-
Okay, I'll take
She'll
it.
be in there tomorrow, so.
He's writing it down then, so
Yeah.
just go and tell Liz that we
3-month average.
did 3 months adjustment.
I should know what that means.
Do I need to stay throughout this? Is that proper?
No.
I
You'll
would
be
if I,
here tomorrow.
If you want, it's up to you.
Stand up.
Some of this screen, walk out water spring.
I appreciate it.
Oh.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Here are the highlights for your wastewater plant for the month of May. Wastewater plant training on blowers, UVs, clarifiers, headworks, and etc. Plant is operational except for the digester. Clean lab weekly. Plant outfall check weekly. All odd chemicals, chlorine, sulfur dioxide, taken off site by Brentag. 2 water valves replaced in a distributing system in May. Boil order issued. Good progress. And under that's the list of items they need for the water pump. It's new cabinets needed, purchased and installed. Need new head unit for chlorine cylinder. Rodent problem at the water plant. And it just says what needs to be done. And here is how your wastewater plant performed for the month of April. We're still in chlorine feed in April. This is off the old plant. We haven't got the results for the new plant yet, but I should have them by next week. And we were out of permit and with the ammonias, the NH3s, and with the E. coli.
Ecologic's all right, but
Yeah,
it's all right.
yeah. That's when we were using the chlorine and sulfur dioxide for disinfection. We're using UV now. The new plant's online, so shouldn't have.
Well, I wasn't here last month. Is the new plan online?
Yeah, the new plant's online.
But I wasn't here last month.
This is for the old plant.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna take control of it, but
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have the
Yeah, I need to
results.
get down there too, take a look at it.
Okay,
you get lost.
Well, I don't know.
You won't recognize.
I run, at Pfizer's, I had 28 tanks I had to deal with, so.
Yeah, you won't recognize it.
Well, I drove around down there when it was built, but
Yeah, it's nice.
it's probably entirely different, yeah.
One of the best around.
That probably, yeah, that looks like a city.
That's all I have.
Anyway,
We did.
I guess we're gonna have to get a new camper. Get it installed. Now, this is down at the well, right?
Yeah, at the water plant. Next time we'll go on, we'll have a big one.
Okay. Probably need to get something put on that door to fill up that hole.
Probably just replace the whole framework.
Yeah, probably get somebody out there.
Door jam, the whole thing.
Get
Just replace the
somebody out
whole
there,
door.
put the new door,
Yeah.
put steel in it.
Yeah.
I bet you get some, my house boy to keep it out there, that usually helps, but it feels nice and that crazy out there. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How much it cost for those chlorine heads on this chlorine stuff?
I'm not for sure. This is something that
We
Stacy
need them,
needs.
we need them.
She does the water plant.
I said, we
I
need
do the
them.
wastewater plant.
Or have her just give me a call.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
make
you're
sure.
going to anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
Yeah.
sure that she
Well,
calls you.
I'll keep this with me when she calls me, I'll have it on.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and get the cabinet and the door taken care of.
Okay.
Get some house boys to put out there. Just need to call Jay about the heads for the cylinders on the chlorine deal.
Okay. You say go ahead and order a dumpster?
Yeah.
You're out there?
Yeah,
Okay. We won't need a great big one, just one of
yeah, one of
the ones of the one little one.
the little dumpster, like we got down there at the garage. You're gonna call Jay about the CCR, right?
Yeah, when I give her this, I'll tell her,
Stacy is
before she
right.
does anything with this paper, she's to call you.
What you doing?
Okay?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Thanks.
have anything?
Well, I've had, well, no, I don't.
Anything about these road closings
Later on, we'll get to it.
Yeah, the house over on Glen Street, got a, estimate from Lumley, $4,800 to tear it down. I'd like to get that tore down. That's why I understand we can afford it. Now, the thing is, go find the owner, we have to go. We know who the owner is, but nobody knows how to get hold of it.
The owner's already been notified, his failure to receive the notification, didn't it? That right, Doug?
It probably wouldn't hurt to call Terry and get a last word on it.
If we can't let an old burned out house sit there like that.
Well, I know it should have been cleared out way back when, but
Do
just.
you have any
as a
idea
precaution.
where, you have any idea where he's at?
Last I heard over around Miriam somewhere.
Last I heard it was at Hudsonville, so.
Well, he got kicked out over there.
Did he?
No,
I'm not particularly about to get things done myself.
I feel like we've tested this ordinance 2 times.
So I'm gonna make a motion to approve the $4,800 bid from Lummi, gave, clean up that property, and I also will make a motion that we clean it up.
One second.
yeah,
All in favor?
all favor, yes. That's right, man.
What's he gonna do with it then?
Yeah, it's
It's
probably
a hazard.
rats.
Little kids playing around, I
Yeah.
think somebody's gonna get hurt.
Maybe Fields will use it as a parking lot.
It wasn't, we got to do the survey here before. I think Mark had to do some surveying out here on 600 and around town.
Surveyor's one of the hardest things there is to get hold of.
Yeah, I talked to Max Steele, the $4,500 of them, you know, survey they did on Bucket Street. I was like, I don't know about that, but, well,
The last guy that we got was Jason.
Yeah.
I don't even remember his name.
yeah,
Surveyor, to get from out of it.
I know, yeah.
Benji Boyd, or his boy does it too, so I don't,
Well, yeah. I didn't think he had something to do with
I
that.
don't know what they charge.
I'll talk to him, see, he has no interest in it.
But that's how it's going to. He does it.
He gave me the name of that guy in Jasonville, and I've lost it, I don't know.
Well, see Sandy,
I've done.
You done?
Yeah.
see Sandy Kim last week, she
Yes.
got, she had her property done all that, she got new yours.
Jay contact that guy, Jason.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I need to, okay, the closing of Griffin Street down to the railroad track. Urban from Bill
Oh, we had to make it.
to Griffin. Let's see, close it for the days of, probably start Wednesday. You know anybody moving in bed?
Marvel's setting up now,
No, yeah, but I
and the
think they're
vendors are
through.
supposed to set up
I'm
there
talking about,
Wednesday.
huh?
The vendors are supposed to set up Wednesday.
Okay, then,
What's that Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, through Saturday.
Well, I was just thinking about down Mary Street because they're parking campers in there,
Well, that's what I say,
walking.
that's the reason I don't wanna close it, because people park on there too.
Yeah.
See, they took up 2 big parking spots right here.
Yeah.
One when they took the bank parking lot.
Yeah.
Then they took up our parking lot over here.
Probably, but this car thing, yeah,
So, that's a lot of parking spots.
yeah.
Run that street spot.
From Washington, Griffin Street, and Washington to the railroad track. That'd be two inter. Okay.
And then still,
Be in urban from Bill, then through Griffin Street.
Right.
Okay. I don't guess, I mean, last year they closed down part of Washington Street for four-wheeler race for, or over here.
yeah,
Nobody do nothing about that.
The tractor's supposed to be over here in front of Thompson's.
yeah.
Well, they closed the street down though last year.
We don't want more.
Well, you couldn't get through there.
We don't want
So whether they're gonna do that or not, I guess we'll
We
just,
actually had some,
if they do it, I guess we'll go ahead and say they closed it down on Saturday
Saturday, when they're gonna have it.
from, down to Maple, I guess. To 40th Street.
And then the big wheels.
I
will
mean,
be
I
over
can't
there
say
on
that
the
because I don't know what
No,
they're
it
doing.
won't.
That's just the
It'll
same.
be right there Thursday.
That would be at parade, right?
Yeah,
What time is it
11.
again?
it's better than 3 o'clock. And hot, 3 o'clock.
That's why we changed it.
Oh, yeah.
Who seconded that? All in favor? Like I said, in the morning, or Thursday morning, then Sullivan City, as I talked to Clint Lamb, and he graciously said he would send their street sweeper down that we could sweep the streets. So I really appreciate the city of Sullivan doing that for us. And I thought that Al and his men done an excellent job cleaning up the town around too.
Yeah, it's doing a good job.
It really looks good.
Do you know what time the street sweeper's gonna come through?
I have no idea. Probably be early in the morning.
Are you just gonna do the main street?
Yeah. Bill, all the way down through there, probably work.
Yeah.
Griffin, wherever they can get to, they may not get to Griffin because of the, but they can get it on the other side.
Well, they got the inmates too.
Yeah, the inmates are in there.
Well, they're gonna get some,
Yeah, they-
Wednesday, I think.
Yeah.
And we're gonna use it to clean up the rest of it.
Or do
They get yellow
first
paint
thing
today?
get the,
Hmm?
If they get yellow paint there, you know.
and then
Yeah,
after we get
Sean
some
did.
Okay.
backyard slab, then we're gonna
You
get.
know, yellow paint, it's sitting around,
Yeah, okay.
inches or something.
I really think the town looks good myself.
Yes, it does.
You know, this guy's really working on it. So just wanna give them all a pat on the back for that.
Flower pots too. Flower pots.
Yeah, I seen them.
That a girl.
Flower pot. Oh, I seen that.
I need a pat on the back.
They did, boy, they done well, it looks really good.
Yeah,
These
it's
curves
flagged
painted.
up. We're getting our new awning up.
spiffy.
We got one up, we're getting the other one up, I think tomorrow in the morning.
Good.
Thanks for,
Yeah, you know.
beginning to look up now, Jay, everything's to buy some new clocks, so I know what time it is.
I see them out there, I did town.
And just now time to start the meeting.
I seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
She
taking a
usually
pill?
has
Is that
anywhere
it?
from 6
Well,
days.
actually, you know,
You're taking a pill? You have no one
Street
to do
sweeper,
it?
but she usually has.
No, you just start to go to meeting.
Well, we used to have that from 9 to 10, but I don't know what you got now.
So, Jay, you're next.
Well, then I've got this,
Yeah, but
need to get it
I've got to hold out about what we can do.
I talked to her, Vicki Blackburn, when I talked to her, and I explained to her, the dead end sign, we got it up, we're gonna put a light up. But as far as the blacktop, that all comes through that tip over there, needs a double A battery, and if you want to know anything about that, she can't talk to me, that's why that's no mind. And whatever else it was, the speed limit sign, I talked to her about it, told her we go up that state mandated speed limit, that we can't change it. And she seemed to be happy with everything.
okay, I just wanted to,
But I've talked to Vicki Blackburn on that.
okay. All right, covers it.
We'll blacktop it one day, and we'll get the money.
Speaking of blacktop, Benji called me last week, and I think on the road on the calendar, they're supposed to start Thursday on their streets, the ones that are paved, yes. They pretty much, I don't even know what to do. They have to do too much. You know, they did like they did last year, they ran it out, but
Yeah, that's what we do.
yeah. What streets were paving, I have no idea, because it's in a folder and I don't remember. I have to go get the folder and look.
Hey, Jim, you heard anything from the railroad when they're gonna get these crossings done?
Yeah, in the morning.
In the morning.
That's what Darlene told me.
What's the warning?
That's what he said.
Yeah, Darlene promised me that they'd be done
Right before Christmas?
No, I'm serious.
No, he said,
That'd be nice.
he said without doubt, they will be working on them in the morning.
Oh, working on them.
Working on it, yeah.
Well, how many times we see them pull up there and show up, man?
That's what I told him.
No.
I said, you know how many times we've been told that?
Yeah.
He said, if they're not here, call NDOT, IDOT, or whatever. Dot.
Diesel that, they got two of them tore down and all that.
Well,
You know.
the only thing I can do, and I've done it already, but I'll do it again too, is call the head of the NDOT up to Indianapolis. He's the only way you can get anything done.
I believe if you mention this gentleman's name, it might rattle some cages. He seems to be very efficient.
Well, I used to keep basketball.
That's the first time I've ever seen him, huh?
We don't touch him down railroad tracks. Key, but.
Probably if nobody's getting into, you wouldn't have seen him then.
He said, I'm just in the middle of this. I said, well, I know it. We are too. And that's where we stay.
Yeah, I've been in contact trying to get it done, but it's,
They're griping too about trying to slow the trains down from the festival.
huh?
They're griping about slowing the trains down from the festival. It messes up their schedule.
Well,
Oh, they always
Isn't
do.
that terrible? Just like I said,
Right
told
across
that
a lot of
guy,
money.
I told that guy, I said, how would you like if we tore a couple of rails out of your track?
yeah.
I said, you're holding the cars up across on our road. I said, what's the difference?
I had to learn a new way to get here. I'm used
New
to,
sign.
I had to, here we go.
Yeah.
And I gotta get the new
It's
sign.
inconvenient and it is dangerous.
But I will have it.
Just so we know where to get them.
He's got it at his house. So I will get it tomorrow.
I'm gonna try to get that done Wednesday.
Okay, I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you tomorrow.
Can you tell me again what roads are gonna be
Hey,
closed?
Martin,
sign?
It's
Hey, Mark.
in interurban
when you get
from
time,
Mill to
I want
Griffith,
you to go down to the.
which is that one over there, right?
Yeah.
Measure the fence.
And then, are there
See
any
how much
going this
fence
way that are
you need.
closed?
I need 2 gates.
Griffith.
I
That's
need a
Griffith.
big gate
The big
in
gates.
front.
So just
Where we
Griffith,
block it.
just
I need a
by,
little gate there, and
along
a big
the-
gate where people get in and out.
Here,
Like
and
kids
move
can
into
go
Washington
swing.
Street. Just
You
Yeah.
also need a gate over on the side also.
Around the far east side.
Yeah,
Well,
where
there's
it
a gate over
was.
Did they tore it down?
Huh?
there. Man,
You wanna know if there was a gate over there? I said, no, they tore
well,
it
there
down.
was, yeah.
There was, yeah.
Do we need a walk-through?
There
gate?
was a fence too.
There's an opening in there.
Walk through gate.
You need it gated.
Yeah, I don't want to leave it.
Yeah.
I don't want it open
Well, of
because.
course, the big gate went in, it got run over.
About 3 times.
Yeah, but that's what I want, one of them big, like cattle gates
Yeah.
and anchored in concrete and then let them hit it.
Why you want
I was
fence
gonna
parked
get
in?
a price on this fence. We were supposed to get,
I
I was
think
supposed to
we
get a
got
price on that fence. with the
Big
board.
pipe down there until the
One hard one.
Okay, okay.
Hmm?
I'm gonna get that fence replaced.
There's one.
So it's pretty much that big.
And
We
just
got a metal
dare
gate
dare
down
somebody to be in there at night.
We got a metal gate down there.
And we're gonna, right, we can arrest somebody that's in there at night.
No, we don't have an ordinance with any teeth.
Why don't we,
of that nature.
well, let's get an ordinance within the next 60 days. Can you word it?
Yeah.
You word it, I'll
Yeah,
remember
there
it
you
to
go.
Terry, we'll get her done. Let's get this ordinance done. There's no sense of that park being destroyed
Well,
by
really.
people that just wanna be a-holes.
We were
Most
here,
of
that's
them
all
are
we
not.
did.
So you're saying we get an ordinance and we pass it, and anybody that's caught inside that at night can be arrested, right?
We'll have to check into being able to arrest them for trespass.
Criminal mischief?
We have to take,
We
pressure.
at least fine them on an ordinance violation.
Yeah.
Better than nothing.
And I'll check into a trespass charge.
We have to take a pressure point down there,
Yeah, 'cause wouldn't that be
yeah.
public property?
That's why I don't have a definite
That's
answer.
right, I understand, yeah. But we can fine them, I mean, they could be held, I mean,
Yeah,
fine.
but if somebody's in there after hours, we can find them. But we don't have the ordinance saying that right now.
I understand, right, so yeah, you can't make up something if it's not in writing.
Yeah, we've got to run the same people out over and over.
Yeah.
Well, if you give me something, Doug, I'll give it to Terry.
Let's go over the same.
But they didn't like what I said.
That's just, there's no sense in that park being destroyed for,
I think that's what
You
happened.
see, last time we cleaned it up, it was an awful mess.
they just go in there and write things on the walls, tear things down, and there's no
They
sense
just
in
got through
it. I
cleaning
mean,
a bunch of crap out where they threw that against the wall.
fence is
Yeah.
destroyed.
Feet is all over the tables.
There's no
It's
sense.
everything.
So now we got a sign in there, nobody in there after hours,
After
but we don't have,
Doesn't
we don't have an
dog.
ordinance to enforce, keep
Yeah.
people out, so
Come
you can run them out, but
nasty.
you can't fine them, you can't do
And you
anything.
can't
Yeah,
stay there all
it's
day.
Unbelievable.
Right.
I mean, that's it. And a lot of them is not from Shelburne.
No, they're not.
Well, yeah.
The one that chewed me out royally was from Solid.
Several farmers were.
He called me everything but a white woman. And I told him, I said, go on back down to Solid and tear up their bar, don't tear up ours.
They do.
No, it's
Don't go
because,
home and tear up the
it's
property.
because after hours,
Well,
when
but
that
no, I
park's
mean, people are
closed, you
doing
get
that
called in
swear
there.
fire can tell them to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. Yeah, but they know him down there, they don't know him up here.
Yeah. Go all the way to Top Summit, kids. So wait till they know.
How come you people get called everything but,
A white woman?
what is it? You antagonize people that much?
Yeah, I'm mean.
Oh, well, you should have been down there.
I just have people who's
Oh,
gracious to give me flowers and call me everything but,
Jim.
Yeah.
you know, they call me a white woman.
Sure you do.
Talk to you like that.
Other people love me.
I didn't wear no boots to my
I
name,
can
it's getting
truthfully,
deep.
I can truthfully say, I've only had a couple of people ever get nasty. I mean, most journey, I think they're nasty all the time anyway, a lot of them.
Betty, how much you think's invested in that park down there?
A bunch.
If you counted those, if you had to pay for the labor, what it would have,
Oh, we had to pay for the labor? Goodness sakes, they put roofing on, they built those shelters.
Trees.
The trees, yeah, they tore them down.
The only thing we
The
haven't got,
jungle gym, they tore up.
it's still pretty good shape to it. Jungle gym.
They still use it, but it's not in real good shape.
what do you think that's kept the ball diamond from being destroyed? Because it's closer to the highway and it's
High
visible?
vision.
And then they tell Marshall to cross the street. But you know, it didn't seem like it really was before Doug. I mean, that's been,
Kids
It was
don't
never
have a
really-
tendency to be different kids when they go to the ballpark than they are there.
I wonder
Well,
why.
look at this park
Because
out
it's-
here.
Because those kids down there wouldn't play ball or nothing if they had to. Most of them are doing this what they do.
Well, it's dark down there,
Yeah,
so that's,
that's part of it too.
right.
I don't know, it looks like.
There's
there's a lot of
security lights out there.
Yeah,
There's one in the shelter house.
Inside of that, lit up, you got two white
in the
lights
shelter
on each
house?
side of it.
Yeah, they keep knocking it out.
Yeah.
They haven't bothered it for a while.
I remember a time that the fall down Digby broke into, they broke into the restrooms, tore the toilets up.
Yes, they
10 years
can't
ago.
get in there no more like they used to.
Yeah, well,
When I was suspect, years ago, someone took a car and ran the door, broke it down.
yeah, okay, that's the time.
What was it, 3 years ago when they tried to get the front window open?
Yeah.
Busted the lock and everything, but they didn't get in. They took a crowbar to it, but they didn't get in.
weighs a ton. I can't lift it by myself. Al can.
Is this the end of that first batch?
Let's hope there's no one to start.
Not to beat a dead horse, but since this information, I don't want this to affect anybody else, but it's just two blocks. It's Griffith from Washington to interurban, interurban from Griffith to Mill, just that L. Okay. I hate when I put streets in because you get one thing wrong, it's, you mess everything up.
Professor.
And then is this street just not really much of a thoroughfare, the one that's, because interurban is on the side of the water office, or that's on this side? What's the one by the water office?
That's your gate, I'm telling you what.
No, they're all over the place.
They weren't too clear on exactly what part.
Yeah.
So I was already out there, I knew there was funding money up there, so I was in St. Louis.
Oh, yeah.
Come by. I found out this was one they talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, about road there.
Jim, who's that? That big trailer behind the gas station? Is that Hood's?
No. Well, that ain't it.
Oh,
You talk about the one on Mill there?
mm-hmm.
Belongs to that Andrew. I don't think it really belongs to anybody now, I think the bank will close it.
Well, and there's that other one,
Somebody said somebody bought it for tax.
ooh, why?
Huh? Oh, they buy everything for tax. They got an outfit coming down there and buy all kinds of stuff.
Oh, I
Didn't need
know.
it.
That's nasty.
Does that park have a name?
Huh?
Is it just the Shelburn Town Park, or is it, I mean, what do you call it?
Eastport Park.
Eastport?
Sounds good. You know he had to put water in there, didn't he?
Uh-huh.
Well, you had Eastport and Westport.
That's the Westport Boat Park.
Yeah, those old schools.
Those were the names of the schools, et cetera.
Okay.
They were named
They
after
were
his
both-
grandfather.
Yeah, they're both elementary schools. That's where I got most of my education.
Wasn't it? Named after his grandfather?
Yeah. You wouldn't remember that, would you?
No.
So that, just one word, E-A-S-T-U-A-R-D? Eastward?
Eastward? No, it's two words.
Oh, two. So it really is?
Yeah, yeah.
What about these empty places sitting around, you know, like Charlie Hensley's brother? Trailer up here.
I think, and I'm not sure, I think that one would have to take the street.
But, I know that one, the Pandora Turpin is going, it's going to sheriff's sale this month, I think.
Really?
Does that sound right, Doug?
Yeah, you can buy that for about $76,000.
I think that's a going price, yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
Cheap, man.
That's a steal.
Well,
I saw that and I just
Pocket
shook my head, I
change.
thought, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, 76,000?
Yeah, about 70-some thousand.
That one on Glen Street, that's been burned down, you said?
No, Glen Street, owned by a resident, that's up there, long time ago.
How long?
3 years maybe.
3 years.
It's just an accidental waiting to happen.
Well, the city's talking about properties that they're getting rid of too, so it's, I mean, is there a lien on it?
No, there will be. I think there's probably a lien on the lien wastewater, stormwater. I assume I probably have to go back a little bit. When they go so far, I just do it. I don't
Sure.
hesitate because I have to. And it's probably got a lien on it. I assume. It will have a property trash lien on it after money tears it down. We'll bill the property owner. If we don't get a response, then it'll go on this lien.
When do you think it's going to get torn down? When do you think the Glen Street property is going to get torn down?
I think it is, whenever Lummy gets to it.
Okay. So but since you voted for it, it's going to happen when it's, okay. There's nothing else, no other steps to go through. It's just-
Yeah, whenever Lummy gets around to doing it. I'm sure no Lummy is on top of it.
He'll have it done, I'd say he can probably have it done in 3 days. Be gone.
Is this a problem here? Are there a lot of properties kind of like this? It seems like a county-wide problem.
Yes.
We have a lot of property that needs to be demolished.
Yes.
But of course, burned out
Yes.
property, maybe, we only got maybe 1 or 2 more places like that.
And you were saying the reasons to do it, but just to kind of restate, like, in particular, why is this property so bad? As dangerous to children, or
Oh, yeah.
dangerous like
It's open, it's open.
Dangerous,
for people to get
it's wide
into.
open.
Animals.
Weeds about this wide, full of
Yeah.
cats, rats. Inside that, it's just.
And it's get a picture when they're open like that, it gets set on fire again.
We've had bark after bark.
Go down that street, you'll have nightmares.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Glenn, go over here.
I go back down towards the highway.
Yeah, 1 block south of Mill Street.
Horrible.
And at one time,
It is horrible.
that was a pretty street.
It was.
When I was growing up, it was beautiful.
We're going to big junkyard.
Hey, that'll make a good picture for the paper, you wanna go there and shoot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive by it on my way. I mean, I'll go down it on my way out. It's off Mill?
You won't believe it.
I can show you where it's at.
Just make sure now they don't shoot at you for a while.
Yeah.
I might just go back to the office. My insurance policy, that's all it is. Isn't that high?
Ain't behind Sawtell.
That's why Doug said he'd go with you.
Well, okay.
He don't go down there very often. Dark, he stays out in the daylight.
What about the greenhouse over here by the laundromat?
You talk about the old Johnson's old property, that's it, so, taking the bank's hand, we're gonna have to find the bank.
Now, wait, tell me why, I understand bank holding property. Why isn't there something that their bank, for heaven's sake? I mean, you know. Why can't they be held responsible for the property that they
Those banks,
collected?
most of them are out of that state.
I
And
don't-
most of them, if you call, you never get a real person.
Well, that could be anything, you know, that could be information.
I've also, they were saying the ones in Sullivan, that a lot of times, they hold them in limbo. Like they don't, it's hard to prove that the banks own them, even though they do.
And I think they do that.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
So
so
they
it's,
have no responsibility.
and they can afford to tie you up in
Yeah,
court.
they do.
I mean, a bank has more money than the
Right.
county of Shelburn does, you know, some
Right.
do, so I mean,
And that's the purpose of.
the county of Sullivan, not the county of
That's
Shelburn.
like cleaning up property. We can only do about maybe 1 house a year, but we don't, and sometimes not even that, because we don't have that kind of revenue. You talk about $4,800, clean the property up, well, end up with a property owner or insurance.
We'll never
Is
get
that out of general fund or
And
out of the edit?
if it wasn't credit tax, we couldn't do anything.
Well,
That's the best thing that ever happened to small town.
that house at, there at Washington and Jefferson, Dina's old place.
Yeah, yeah. I have to think in my head when it's right. Said, used to, I go, yeah, I remember that was that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That one got molded up though, didn't it? Didn't get the, is it cleaned up around the yard a little bit?
Well, I think probably when Ralph gets tired of looking at all the weeds, it's full of cats.
Hey, Darlene, don't you belong to community club?
Uh-huh.
Could you bring it up at the next meeting and see if they can't buy a battery to fix that car?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll bring you battery tomorrow.
Say, I'll bring you a battery next month if you need.
No way. I'll bring one with me tomorrow.
If I can, maybe I can even give you the one out of this one.
That goes with something, boy.
This one. I figured it had been real close. It just fell out. Some of them I just can't stick with, I just sign.
A lot of them.
Good.
Anybody ever been hit at any cars or anything?
Person get killed back in 83 on Hill Street.
You buying, Doug?
As far as I'm aware, that I live in Terre Haute, and I've never lived in a place with so many trains. I've never been stopped by as many trains in
Oh,
a
wait.
week that I do.
I'll wait to go get coffee that, get off Lindy Street, I don't get shot at.
Real young.
Oh, you big chicken.
Wasn't there a train accident around here?
There was
It's derailed. It's derailed. One time that I know of my
a
life.
picture
It didn't happen for Saturday. In the town limits, but yeah.
we
I
used
remember
to sit
that.
on the table underneath those pictures over there.
Is he not taking me anymore? I was gonna take him up on
Big
that offer.
outlaws. Do you have any albums that said George the Water on them?
Well, I know the house when I see it.
Oh, you
There's
can't.
a bunch of them in tornado and everything, they're all there. They could have blocked them in
We've looked everywhere, Charlotte and I.
there. Anybody looked in that building, right there?
Yes,
I agree with
you can't miss it. When you get to the last slot, you'll see trucks and old rusted cars.
And it's a left off of Mill.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have my phone. I can take a picture. It's not gonna be a great picture, but it's a picture.
Were you here when they took a picture of the bus, people living in the bus?
I don't remember that.
Okay.
How long ago was that?
I will tell you this much, you can see what you want to, but I've been to court twice over that property.
You what?
I've been to court twice over that particular property. And guess what? They find him, he just goes back, does what he wants to do. Don't they, Jay? I spent wasted 2 days down there.
I went with Dunford when they took him to court, when he was dragging all his trash from Solomon up here. He said that was
That it?
his business.
That's it. Okay, anybody got anything else?
Everything's ate up by steely worms.
Whatever be silent. Huh?
He just doesn't care.
I'll second that motion.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.